Hello everyone, this is Faye here from Twilight Crafts, and this is a short video sharing a way of using up your scraps using our March subscription kit, which is for Bloom. So I thought I would try and make a card using the For Bloom kit, but in this kind of style here. So this is one I made for Valentine's Day. But I wanted to show how you can use up your scraps from your kit. So I have my bowl of die cuts here, and the kit came with this wonderful 6x8 paper pad, and there's just masses left. So you've probably seen from the kit that I did 3 layouts with the kit. There's enough to make a 4th layout, but I thought let's try something different and let's try and make a card. So what I've done using some of the scraps that I had left over from my layouts is I've die cut. I've got a Sizzix little envelope die, and then I have die cut a whole host of different size hearts. So you might have punches, you could hand cut these. I've just got some little Sizzix Sizzlet dies, and I have die cut a whole host of hearts. I'm going to use a craft background for my card because I think that goes with this collection quite well. So I have the card blank and the envelope. And then I've pulled out from the paper pad 2 of these 6x8s, and I'm going to be a little bit creative because this is a large card that I've got, and so I'm going to be a bit creative because I want to create a nice border, and so I've kind of worked out where the pattern overlaps, and I'm just going to glue it together and then cut it to size because I don't have the luxury of having a large 12x12 piece, but I want to make sure I use this beautiful paper for the background. So I've kind of worked out it overlaps and it can match up. It doesn't need to be completely perfect because I'm also going to create a white background. So there is the piece. It's stuck to my card, so let's move that out the way. And my card blank is, let's see, I didn't check the size of my card blank, so this is 10 inch, so this is a 10 by 7. So I want to cut this piece of card slightly smaller than 10 by 7, so let's get this ready. And I'm going to have to even up the edges. So I'll cut that uneven edge off. And then I know my card blank is measuring 10 inches. So let's cut this down. What does it measure in total? So if we go 9.5, then I'll just have a 1/4 inch border of craft showing. So we'll go 9.5, nice and even. Precision is kind of important in the borders. 9.5. You can see my sticky is sticking to the card, and that measures 7, so I'm going to go 6.5. So 9.5 by 6.5 makes my background. And you can see that is actually a joined piece of card, but you can barely see the join. And once I have created a white background, we won't see that. So that is my piece here. And then I've got a piece of cheap white card, and that's going to be the white center. So I'm going to leave a border, and again a 1/4 inch border. So this would now be 9 by 6. So 9 inches by 6 will create a nice little border here by 6. I'm going just under, and then that is going to be my inner white piece. And then we can start to build. So that's going to give a nice floral border. I always like the white background. Now you could add some stenciling to this if you wanted to the white background. Let's make sure we get this lined up. I'm a bit fussy about making sure it's even, but I try and do it by eye. And then we're going to mount that onto the card base. I equally love the red spots, but I thought colour wise I'm sticking with the greens and oranges. This is kind of going to be in autumnal colour palette. Okay, so that's my card base there, ready to go. And then it's really quick and simple to assemble, and you are layering up. You can see how I did it with the pinks and the reds, so it's an easy one to copy. I actually made tiny little photos for this, so you could make it into a photo card. And I just thought, I love this design so much, I'm going to replicate it and do it again. But I have got one of my little Jenny Wren titles, Jenny Wren Cut Files titles. I'm going to ink this in orange so that it pops, and I'm going to have relax. So it could be a get well card, it could be a thank you card, it could be a birthday card. So we could put relax on your birthday and have a little sentiment. But basically, this is just using up your scraps. It is a way of utilising all the bits left over from your kit. Because I'm not a huge card maker, but I don't like to waste scraps. So I try, if I can, and utilise the bits of scraps rather than throwing them in the bin, and hopefully it will make a nice little card. So when I'm assembling this, I prefer to use wet glue, because then you've got a little bit more flexibility in moving the pieces around. You can kind of curl the edges a bit to give a bit of dimension, because these other hearts kind of want to tuck behind and together. So you kind of position the large hearts to get a nice mixed combination like that, and then you're filling in the gaps with the other hearts. And obviously you can cut more if you need to from your scraps, but I like to kind of build that shape first, and then you can fill in with all your other little hearts. Seems to be a method that works well. So I'm going to start at this top piece, curl my hearts a little bit, and then start to assemble these. So I only put a bit of glue in that little corner, and then I'm going to fill the gaps with the smaller hearts. And you can always cut a few more hearts if you want to pad it out, but you have got these nice, I cut lots of these little hearts to build up the gaps. So I like that little rainbow one, the gingham, totally random in terms of placement, but I try and make sure that you're spreading the colours out. So there's orange there. Let's put an orangey one here. Nice bit of green. A really quick and easy card. And actually the die cutting I did in front of the TV, so I didn't really have to concentrate much. You could ink the edges of these if you wanted to. You could ink it a little bit if you want a bit more dimension. It is entirely up to you. And I'm just trying to create that overall shape. So we've got a couple of yellows left. Let's put a yellow one here. and maybe a little one up here to fill that gap. And I'm going to go in with lots of these little tiny ones, which I love. This is where you start to add the detail. They are almost so small to pick up, but I can't get enough of this Nuvo glue. I know lots of people in Twilight group are mad on the Nuvo. Never blocks. It is heavenly. I'm going to put that one behind, just up there. I might have this tiny one. This is a little stripy one. Let's put the stripy one there. You can definitely play around with the colour placement. Gingham, there. Yellowy one. Bring a bit of yellow down the front. I might not need all of these. That green's nice. So you could keep adding and keep adding. It's up to you. You stop when you feel like there is enough colour. I'm just going to get this green one. Hard to pick up some of these. They are so tiny. Green one there. Okay. We're almost there. I'm going to have a green one there stuck on that heart. And then what I did on the other card I made, I did put a tiny little coordinating heart. So we've got a bit of, I've got to think the title is going to go along here. So I'm going to put a little contrasting heart on the envelope right there. And then obviously my title is in white at the moment, and that for me doesn't quite pop enough. I want that to pop a little bit more. So the two inks that coordinate beautifully with this collection are Mustard Seed and Carved Pumpkin. So as I've got a yellow envelope, I'm going to go with the Carved Pumpkin, the orange, to see if we can really give this a bit of pop on the card. So plenty of ink. I normally take it off in the lid a little bit and very gently give this a brush. If you haven't inked cup files before, I love it. It just means that a plain white cup file can be transformed to match your papers. You have to be a little bit careful that it doesn't tear, so dabbing is sometimes the best way. So the word relax is inked, and then I'm going to put that just there. So the word relax, let's glue that down. The Nuvo is also very fine tipped, so it's ideal for cut files. And these are on our website. This is the large 120ml bottle. Bit inky. I'm being careful not to transfer ink onto the beautiful white background, so easy does it. So relax on your birthday, and a little heart exclamation mark. So relax on your birthday, and that is a very quick and simple card to use up your scraps. So I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you enjoy using our March subscription kit. We would love to see what you make, so do post any makes, whether you follow our designs or whether you make something yourself. We would absolutely love to see what you make. Thanks everyone.